In the quiet town of Itomori, two souls are about to embark on a journey that will defy the boundaries of time and space. Meet Taki, a city boy with dreams as vast as Tokyo's skyline, and Mitsuha, a spirited girl yearning for adventure amidst the tranquility of her rural hometown. Fate, it seems, has other plans for them. One fateful day, their lives take an unexpected turn as they awaken to find themselves in each other's bodies. Taki, trapped in Mitsuha's world, grapples with the unfamiliar customs and traditions of rural life, and Mitsuha, thrust into the chaos of Tokyo, struggles to adapt to the fast-paced city life. As the days pass, Taki and Mitsuha's body-swapping episodes become more frequent, blurring the lines between their identities. As they navigate through each other's lives, Taki and Mitsuha start noticing unfamiliar surroundings and people. They recognize that they are in a different town and attending a different school or workplace. Over time, Taki and Mitsuha start leaving notes and messages for each other to communicate across the body swap. One day, Taki switches with Mitsuha on a weekend day. It turns out to be the day Mitsuha, Hitoha, and Yatsuha are traveling to the family shrine far into the forest. While they walk, Hitoha talks to them about the idea of a union. Whether it is a braid they created, time itself, or even taking a drink, unions are made every day. There comes a pivotal moment when Taki and Mitsuha suddenly stop swapping bodies. This change disrupts their routine and prompts them to search for answers. Taki, wanting to switch back, goes on to find Mitsuha in real life. However, he has to rely on his memories to find her hometown. When he eventually finds her town, he realizes it was destroyed by a comet 3 years ago. This is when he realizes that their timeline has a 3-year difference. Taki finds his way to the shrine of the Mitsuha's family, still intact. He travels inside and finds the sake Mitsuha and her sister left. Taki thinks that if he drinks some of her sake, he can make one last connection and perhaps save her. Taki drinks some, but as he stands up, he trips and falls. As he does, he takes a journey and sees all of Mitsuha's life, her birth and happiness with her parents. Taki wakes up in Mitsuha's body. He realizes he has one last chance. Seeing the television, he realizes it is the day of the comet and the town's destruction. Trying to talk to Hitoha, she realizes that someone else inhabits her granddaughter. Taki finds Mitsuha's friends, Katsuhiko and Sayaka, and tells them what will happen. Despite doubting what they have been told, they believe her enough to help. They make a plan to knock out the town's power with explosives taken from Katsuhiko's father's construction company. However, they will need to convince the mayor, Mitsuha's father, of the severity. Taki and Mitsuha finally at the shrine, but cannot see each other, being separated by time itself. However, during the magic hour in a certain spot, they can finally see each other and meet for the first time. Taki returns her braid and she ties up her hair. Taki suggests they write each other names on their hands so they won't forget. Taki writes his, but when she goes to write her name, the connection is broken. Taki wakes up, back in his body, on the outskirts of the still-destroyed Itomori. He cannot remember why he came there, or the name of a girl that haunts him. He heads home to Tokyo. Back in the past, Mitsuha, knowing what would happen, enacted her plan with her friends. They blow up the power grid with explosives, switching on emergency power. The mayor is trying to figure out who is sending out this false warning. Eventually, Sayaka is caught and the warning is turned off. Mitsuha begins to run but becomes increasingly despondent as she cannot remember Taki's name. She trips and falls looking at her hand. She sees that Taki, instead of writing his name, wrote "I love you." Shocked and in tears, she continues to run before reuniting with her father in a building. The comet fragment still hits the town, destroying it 5 years later. Taki gets a call from Ms. Okudera asking to meet up. They catch up, and she mentions the day they went to Itomori. Taki says he doesn't remember much of that day, or why he was momentarily obsessed with the town. It turns out that reality has changed. Mitsuha was able to convince her father of the danger. That led the entire town to be evacuated to an area outside of the blast radius. No one died. Taki, not knowing why, searches the streets every day for a woman whose hair is tied up with a specific braid. At one point, Taki and Mitsuha cross paths in the street, but don't look back, deciding their weird feelings are nothing. One day, finally, they see each other on different subways, though they are not sure why they feel a connection. Taki sees a woman at the top of a staircase and passes her by as she walks down. He asks if they have met before. Mitsuha looks at him with tears in her eyes. Simultaneously, they ask, "Can I ask you your name?"